Imagine a rising basketball star one who isn't just playing for a spot on the team, but for a future that's already written in bold letters.
Look at Vanloo run ahead of the basketball.
Hull corner three, she knocks it down.
Next trip, nice job by Wheeler, to the nail.
Now, what if I told you that one of the most promising young players in the WNBA, Lexi Hull, is under a contract that challenges everything we know about rookie deals? Welcome to Sport Pulse, where we dive deep into the world of women's basketball and uncover stories you won't hear anywhere else. Lexi Hull is no ordinary WNBA player. When the Indiana Fever selected Hull as the 6th overall pick in the 2022 WNBA draft,
Channing defense, all 18,000 of them, kick to the corner, Lexi Hull!
Defensive rotation.
they knew they were getting a player with exceptional skills, leadership, and a winning mentality. Hull wasn't just another name on a list, she was a game changer, someone who could help turn around the Fever's struggling franchise. In her early years, Hull quickly became known for her deadly three-point shooting, aggressive defense, and high basketball IQ.
This hot stretch that you're in, and it seems like making all the shots. Do you hear from them all the time about it?
Yeah, part of the game.
But something has changed recently, and it's not just her game on the court. What if I told you that Lexi Hull's contract has become the talk of the WNBA? While most rookies sign standard deals with performance incentives, Hull's contract has a secret that's sending shockwaves through the league. Performance bonuses tied to some of the highest standards in the game, including finishing in the top 5 for three-point shooting and defensive steals. These aren't just typical rookie targets. No, this is a message of belief from the Fever that Hull isn't just another rookie. She's their future, and they're willing to bet big on her.
Game, so they're just a lot more excited to text post-game these days. So yeah, it's been great. Their support really means the world to me.
In most professional sports, contracts for rookies are straightforward. A standard deal with a set salary and a few incentives. The WNBA, known for its salary cap restrictions, is no different. Typically, rookie contracts in the WNBA are 4 years long, with team options for the 4th year. These contracts offer players a base salary and incentives for notable accomplishments, like making the all-rookie team or earning a spot on the all-star roster.
I'm just really grateful that time finally came. I feel like the last, all 3 years, I've always worked really, really hard.
But for Hull, her contract is far from typical. The Fever have invested in her future, like few other teams have done before with a rookie. Leaked documents show that Hull's contract is laced with unprecedented performance incentives. These provisions don't just reward Hull for playing well, they challenge her to be one of the best. Finishing in the top 5 in three-point shooting and defensive steals. Those aren't rookie goals. Those are goals set for elite players in the league. This is a major shift in how rookies are valued in the WNBA. It's not just about potential anymore, it's about immediate impact. This isn't a gamble either. The Fever are laying out their vision for the future of the franchise, and it revolves around Hull.
Finishing those last 2 seasons and looking at my percentages just not being where I wanted them to be or where I thought they deserved to be for how much work I was putting in.
These performance incentives reflect not only their belief in her skill set, but also their conviction that she can be the cornerstone of their rebuilding effort. They're betting that Hull can not only rise to the occasion, but also shatter expectations along the way. While this strategy is bold, it's not necessarily unprecedented in other leagues. In the NBA, for example, performance-based contracts are often reserved for veteran players who have already proven themselves. These incentives are tied to things like MVP votes, All-NBA team selections, and team success. But for a rookie to be given these kinds of targets, that's something the WNBA hasn't seen before. And it speaks volumes about the Fever's confidence in Hull.
Felt and how you felt walking off the floor and seeing some people that are close to you.
Yeah, first of all, to get a win in front of anyone is great. To get a win in front of my grandma who came all the way from Spokane and my sister.
Shout out Cheryl.
Comparing Hull's contract to other rookies gives us even more insight into just how significant this deal is. Take Ryan Howard, the 2022 No. 1 overall pick. Howard's incentives were tied to more traditional goals, such as Rookie of the Year and team success. Aaliyah Boston, selected 1st overall by the Fever in 2023, had similar clauses. Both contracts were strong, but they didn't demand the same elite-level performance from the get-go.
I think I feel more comfortable. I think that's the thing that I've noticed the most in the second year is that when I'm out there, I don't feel as nervous.
Hull's, on the other hand, is about reaching the highest standards right out of the gate. This isn't just a team investing in a player's potential. It's a statement about Hull's role in the Fever's future. They're not just hoping she'll develop into a star, They're counting on her to lead the team to the next level immediately, and they're rewarding her for doing so. What does this mean for the future of the WNBA? Hull's contract could set a new precedent for how rookie contracts are structured. As the league continues to evolve, young talent like Hull is becoming more and more valuable. Teams are realizing that investing in their future stars early on, not just for their rookie seasons, but for their long-term development, is the key to success. By setting such ambitious goals, the Fever are not only pushing Hull to excel, they're raising the bar for every other team in the league. The landscape of women's professional basketball has undergone dramatic changes over the past decade. As the WNBA has gained more visibility and respect, the expectations placed on its players have only grown. Traditionally, rookies in the league signed modest contracts, often with performance bonuses that incentivize them to improve gradually, work through the challenges of their first few seasons, and prove their worth on the court. However, Lexi Hull's contract with the Indiana Fever marks a bold departure from this conventional approach, signaling a shift in how young players are valued and developed in the league. For years, the standard narrative for WNBA rookies was clear. The transition from college to the pros was a steep learning curve. Rookies were expected to grow into their roles, often with a few seasons to adjust to the heightened level of competition. Contracts were structured to reflect this gradual progression, with performance bonuses based on achievable goals, such as all-rookie team honors or spots in the All-Star game. However, the Indiana Fever's decision to sign Hull to a contract that includes elite-level performance incentives from the very beginning is a bold move that challenges this traditional model. This contract structure doesn't just expect Hull to contribute, it demands that she become one of the league's top players from day one. And it could very well set the stage for a new era of rookie contracts. As the WNBA has grown in stature, there has been an increased focus on performance-based pay structures.
It's the first time you're on the big stage, and I was definitely a little nervous last year, and I feel like now, having coaches and players that I feel like believe in me and that I believe in myself, I can be out there a lot more.
Not just as a reward system, but as a way to push players to reach the highest levels of their potential earlier in their careers. Hull's contract reflects this paradigm shift and challenges the typical rookie trajectory. Rather than simply giving a rookie a few years to develop, the Fever have made it clear that they expect Hull to dominate immediately. To understand the magnitude of this contract, it's crucial to examine Hull's path to professional basketball and how her previous experiences have shaped her ability to meet these high expectations. Before entering the WNBA, Lexi Hull made a name for herself at Stanford University, where she was a critical part of the Cardinals' successful NCAA campaigns. Her standout performances on the court during the 2021 NCAA tournament, where she led Stanford to a national championship, demonstrated her ability to perform under pressure. Hull's leadership and clutch performances in tight moments proved that she had the mental toughness and the basketball IQ to compete at the highest levels.
I feel like this league is really competitive, and being here for 2 years, I definitely feel like my confidence has grown.
Her work ethic, combined with her natural talent, made her a prime candidate for the WNBA. Hull was known for spending countless hours in the gym, working not just on her shooting and ball handling, but on understanding the intricacies of the game. Her film study, her ability to read defenses, and her knack for adjusting to different styles of play set her apart from other prospects.
Finding areas where I fit, and that's something that's really hard in the WNBA, to try to figure out where you fit on the team, and I feel like I'm getting to the spot where I can feel confident in
Beyond her basketball skills, Hull's leadership qualities were evident from an early age. She wasn't just a standout player. She was the kind of athlete who could inspire others through her work ethic, focus, and commitment to the team. These attributes were also part of the reason she was highly regarded by WNBA scouts. But what set her apart was her ability to influence the game on both ends of the court. From her perimeter shooting to her ability to lock down opponents defensively, her leadership extended beyond the basketball court. She was deeply involved in her community, organizing camps and mentorship programs for young athletes, particularly in underserved areas.
Comes one at a time, and to get a win tonight, I think, some people might have counted this game off for us, but I know we came in really motivated.
This community engagement made her a valuable asset, not just as a player, but as someone who could become a role model for future generations of basketball players. When Hull's contract with the Indiana Fever was revealed, it caused a stir throughout the WNBA and beyond. Performance incentives are nothing new in professional sports, but the scope of Hull's contract was unprecedented. By including elite-level targets such as finishing in the top 5 for three-point shooting accuracy and defensive steals, Hull's contract sent a clear message that the Fever were staking their future on her and they weren't willing to wait for. Historically, WNBA rookie contracts have been relatively standard. Players are usually given 4-year deals, with an option for a 4th year based on team performance and player development.
Really excited and believing that we could get the dub, and just really proud of how our group kind of stayed together throughout all 4 quarters.
The bonuses are typically related to more conventional achievements, like being named to the All-Rookie team or making the All-Star roster. However, the Fever's bold strategy was to offer Hull the opportunity to secure significant financial rewards through performance-based incentives that demand elite-level statistics. In a league that has seen its salary cap increase in recent years, this is a clear indication that the Fever believe Hull is capable of stepping up and reshaping the future of the franchise. To put this into context, let's look at other recent high-profile rookies in 2022. Rhyne Howard was the #1 overall pick in the draft, and her contract included performance incentives related to team success and individual awards. Howard's contract was solid, but it did not have the same aggressive performance-based stipulations that Hull's deal does. It wasn't until players like Sabrina Ionescu, a few years into her career, that similar high-performance expectations appeared. But even then, they were still tied to team success rather than individual greatness from day one.
This week making some shots recently. How would you describe your confidence level right now at this point in the season?
You know, this season's been so interesting, just trying to stay ready. And
What's most intriguing about Hull's contract isn't just the incentive structure, it's the strategy behind it. The Fever are not just betting on Hull's present abilities, they're investing in her future and building the team around her. By placing such high expectations on Hull from the outset, the Fever are signaling that they view her as a cornerstone player for years to come. They are constructing a future around her potential to become one of the best players in the league. The performance incentives are a part of this long-term vision, encouraging Hull to develop and reach elite status quickly while making her the face of the franchise. Hull's role isn't just to contribute, she's expected to lead the team, setting the tone both on and off the court. It's a significant departure from the traditional path of a rookie who typically eases into their role over the course of several seasons.
just stay ready and do whatever is asked of me on each night, and every night is different. So I think for me, I'm getting extra reps, staying ready, and whenever I get those minutes.
Hull's contract indicates that the Fever want her to be a franchise leader right away. The Fever aren't just looking at Hull as a player, they're looking at her as a leader. Off the court, Hull has already demonstrated that she has the ability to inspire and guide others. Her involvement in community initiatives and her leadership skills have endeared her to fans and teammates alike. Hull's commitment to excellence doesn't just extend to basketball, it's part of who she is as a person. Her leadership will be vital in the Fever's attempt to rebuild and re-establish themselves as a playoff contender. As the team looks to rise in the league standings, Hull's ability to lead by example, motivate her teammates, and contribute in every aspect of the game will be crucial. The Fever are betting on her becoming not just a player who can score and defend, but someone who can elevate the team to new heights. In addition to her WNBA contract, Hull's participation in the debut season of the Unrivaled Basketball League represents another step in her journey to greatness. Founded by WNBA superstars Brianna Stewart and Nafisa Collier, the Unrivaled League is a revolutionary new 3-on-3 league that offers top players like Hull the chance to hone their skills during the offseason while keeping their profiles high. For Hull, the Unrivaled League presents an exciting opportunity to compete in a new format against some of the best players in the world. The league will give her a chance to refine her skills, improve her basketball IQ, and further cement her status as one of the premier athletes in women's basketball. Her involvement in the league aligns perfectly with her goal of becoming the best, and it's clear that the Fever are fully supportive of her efforts to excel in every aspect of her career. As the Unrivaled League gains traction, it will provide a platform for Hull to continue proving herself on a global stage, all while staying sharp for the WNBA season. It's a move that shows just how committed Hull is to continuous improvement, and it demonstrates that her ambition knows no bounds. Lexi Hull's contract with the Indiana Fever is a watershed moment in the history of the WNBA. It represents a paradigm shift in how rookies are valued and incentivized. If Hull's performance meets or exceeds expectations, her contract could set a new precedent, challenging other teams to adopt similar approaches for their top draft picks.